I made the game in 1 hour. But how did I finish the game in that time frame, you might be wondering? Well, here's how. It all started when I was looking at my video where I made the game in 3 hours. And I was like, I need to make a game in 1 hour. Because making a game in 3 hours is too easy. Of course, as usual, I have no idea on what I should make. So I went to a Game Jam theme generator website and hit the button that generates a theme. And the theme was awful. So I pressed that dang button as many times as I could. And let's just say it didn't go well. And because of that, I did the only thing that I could do. I made a Flappy Bird clone. I prepared for the 1 hour challenge by making a new Unity project and changing the color space from gamma to linear, so that the graphics actually look good. And after that, I started the 1 hour challenge. I started off by making a spear as well as making a material for the spear. Then, I made a script that will add some upwards velocity to the player every time you press the spacebar. And we now have the flappy part of Flappy Bird. Of course, the game will be worthless if all you do is flap, so I added pipes into the game. And I know the pipes are cubes, but for this challenge, it's fine. I then made a script that will make the pipes move, as well as a script that will spawn pipes over time. And we now have pipes. After that, I worked on a scoring system. I started by adding some text and changing the font style to bold. I then put a trigger between the pipes and made it so that you can earn a point every time you hit a trigger. And after setting up a way to automatically save our high score, we now have a working scoring system. But here's the thing, the player has no way to die. So I made it that if you collide with the pipes, it adds some leftwards force to the player, and then the player dies. And there we go, we have death. Of course, the player is looking kind of dull. So I went into Photoshop and made whatever this is, and after putting the image on the material, the player looks less dull. Of course, we still need to make the title screen, so we added some text as well as changing a lot of the code to make the title screen work. And after that, we have a working title screen. I then added some walls so that way the player cannot flap forever, because flapping forever is bad. And we now have a fully functional game. But there is just one problem. There are no sounds. So as always, I reused my trusty audio manager script as well as importing some sounds from my sound archive. And after setting up the audio manager, the game has sounds now. Of course, I need to make sure that people come to my channel when they play the game. So I set up a button with a YouTube icon as well as reusing some scripts that I downloaded from Blackthorn Prod's hyperlink tutorial. And after setting them up, we now have a button that takes players to my YouTube channel. Speaking of, you should subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell to be notified for when I release another video. Also, make sure to follow my Twitter for posts. And finally, notice these stats. Let's make them change. Now, the game is finished and there is nothing left to do. It's what I would say if I were a noob. So with literally 2 minutes left on the timer, I went to FesliyanStudios.com and found a music track that I like. And seconds after setting the music up, the timer ended and I had officially made a game in 1 hour. I then changed some of the settings as well as fixed a few minor bugs. And after that, I made an icon, some builds, as well as a thumbnail. And moments later, I had released the game for the world to see. Now, I had a lot of fun working on the game, and I really like how it turned out, even though it was made in an hour, and it kind of sucked in the end. If you want to see more videos like this, then like, subscribe, and don't lie. Thanks for watching, bye!